Okay, blue skies like this in London is a beautiful thing. It's a sunny day and it's incredible. We've got an amazing week coming up. And on Sunday, we are premiering our movie RECONNECT, which we've never actually streamed live on YouTube, and I'm super pumped to do it. This movie is 2 years in the making, and it was my adventure to go to the jungles of Costa Rica and have 3 ayahuasca ceremonies. This is a plant medicine, a psychedelic. And this journey is also about what we call an integration process, taking lessons learned from the medicines back into your normal everyday life like this in London. And it's a journey, man. And we worked really hard on this movie, put a lot of my heart and soul into it. But it's a great way to really understand what this plant medicine is all about, what a psychedelic is, and what it isn't. And that's what we show in the movie. It will be streaming live on YouTube in its entirety on Sunday, May 6th, London time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's got incredible stars in it. We've got everybody from Michael Pollan to Sadhguru to Dorian Yates to Dr. Jordan Peterson, Gabor Mate, Joe Dispenza. I mean, Sadhguru, I think I mentioned. The list just goes on and on and on. It's a star-studded cast. It's an incredible adventure. We go to Costa Rica. I go all over the world, really, for this. And it's premiering on Sunday. So you'll see little bits of video that are just kind of prepping people for it. And it's all going down on Sunday. So watch. I got clips on Instagram. I've got clips on YouTube as well. And yeah, it's called RECONNECT. And it's pretty powerful. I go on this whole adventure with Dennis McKenna, who is the brother of Terrence McKenna, who died in 2000, but is one of really the original gangsters of the psychedelic movement. We premiered this movie in New York City in early January, February. We premiered it in London at the end of last year, and now we're ready to drop it on you. So that's happening. RECONNECT, super excited. And the Digital Freedom Platform, super busy this week. We've got Judy Mikovich back on Wednesday to answer critics to her statements and the movie Pandemic. And she's going to go through systematically every single criticism that's been given to her, and she wants to answer it on our Digital Freedom Platform. She reached out and she said, Brian, you're the only place where I can do this to a big audience and it's not going to be censored, and we're excited to have her back. Then Dr. Bartar is going to be here Thursday, and he's going to bring 1,000 doctors with him to the call, and we are going to show you a consensus of medical professionals that agrees with everything he's saying. Not just one guy or 2 guys or a few people. I'm talking about 1,000 doctors to show that this is not just, you know, a couple individuals feeling this way. So that's going to be off the charts. And I got Michael Shermer here to talk about freedom of speech on Friday. As you know, we're fighting every day in the trenches. If you want to be a part of that, go to londonreal.tv/letter and sign our open letter to governments, media companies, regulators, and technology platforms. And of course, the Digital Freedom Platform, I put out a video yesterday announcing all the progress that we're having with it, and super exciting stuff. So that's what's happening with us. The fight continues. We're really enjoying this here. London Real Army is in full effect, and I appreciate all the support and all the love. And it's going to be a great summer, as long as it's a free summer, and as long as we're getting the word out there. Honestly, the tone in London seems to have changed. Everyone doesn't seem to be as scared. People want to get back to work, and that's a good thing. And I'd like to see more of that and encourage more of that. And hopefully we can put out the messages out there to make people just question what they were being told, question the validity of it. 6 months from now, I don't think we'll be doing distancing or masks. I also don't think we're going to have a vaccine. So that's just my point of view. I'm also posting stuff on my Instagram from Robert Kennedy and just asking questions about that. I was actually on the phone with my dad in San Diego. He's 75 over the weekend. Super smart guy, went to Caltech, has a whole history in biomedical. And we had a big debate about vaccines. And, you know, if he really believes that there's one that he's safe enough for him to take at 75 years old. And he concluded that he doesn't think there will be one. And he says there's just so many issues of trying to prove these things are safe. And he's a really conservative dude from San Diego. And I was actually surprised to hear him say that, because I wanted him to check the science that I've been being told. So look, let's hope that they can figure something out. But I'm also wary of, we believe these things are these panaceas that are going to do everything. And I think we just need to test them. That's all. We need to test them and make sure that they're safe. And I know we're rushing things in there, but these things are potentially not. And I just want to make sure they are, especially when you start giving them to people like my parents, who are old and aren't part of these studies. Like, they usually do studies with these young, healthy people. How do I know someone in their 70s is going to be able to survive something like that? So anyways, these are questions we should be asking and having a healthy debate. Otherwise, we're going to have bad science. Again, back to freedom of speech. So again, we need to have these conversations. Otherwise, we're going to come up with bad results. Imagine if we weren't allowed to have these conversations 200 years ago. What would the state of the world be in? I can't imagine. It would probably look like it looked in 1776 in America. I had this thought the other day, and I'll leave you with this thought. What if these digital platforms had existed in 1776? And they existed throughout the 1800s, near the time of the Civil War. And there was a common way of thinking, and then there was alternative ways of thinking. What if these platforms that says you can't talk about that? You can't talk about ending slavery because that's not okay. That's not what the three-letter organization says is correct. These are these crazy theories, and we're going to take them off our platform because you know, they're obviously not the consensus, and it's pseudoscience. Think about that. Then none of these changes would have happened. So I'm always wondering, like, what would these platforms have banned, you know, 100 years ago or 150 years ago? Would they have banned conversations around race, around sexuality, around religion? They would have, probably. So that means we could have never had those discussions, and in retrospect, it would have been wrong. So who's right now? That's my question. I think the Constitution of America is right. I think Article 10 of the European Rights Human Convention is right, that we should just have freedom of speech. That's it. We should be able to talk, have a debate, have an argument, make the best decision. That's what I think. So that's what the open letter is all about. We're trying to move forward and work with these companies so they can understand how we feel. And that's what this is all about. So I'm going to keep talking about this until everyone's sick of it, because I still think it's fundamental to who we are as humans. And that's it, folks. I'm going to go in there and take care of business today, because at the end of the day, you know how we roll here. We will not be silenced. We will not be censored, and we will not be stopped. I love you guys. I love the London Real Army. Thank you for having my back. We are pushing forward, and we're going to make you guys proud of us. All right, peace.